Hello there. Tengo que ayudar a unas cuantas personas antes de hablar con Otto para ir al cementerio a visitar la tumba de Cid. Primero hablaré con Gaut, que en una carta comentaba que había algún problema con las finanzas, digamos.
It was good of you to help Mid. And it made a nice change for me as well. There's only so many boils a girl can lance before she gets sick of it.
Deberíamos salir más por ahí.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto won't be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen. I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it may be my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough.
Pues si os
After the
dio
king's
20
ransom we
millones.
had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are.
A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
No, vete despidiendo. La traducción al español ha sido más cachonda. Está bien.
Is that you done then? Mid's not roped you into building the rest of the board, has she?
Tiene una voz el tío. Ahora voy a ver a Blackthorn y luego a
Told me she was building a ship.
Dooms.
Really? That's a ship. Let's sail it around the lake.
Quiero ver el barco. Tengo ganas.
Impressive, isn't it? I can't wait to see how the rest of the vessel looks.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The
Una
metal
katana?
itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you.
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Okay.
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest easy now.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Tengo que ir a la fosa, a la fosa, a la fonda de Martha, a Northridge y a Dalimir. Y puede que ahora me digan otro sitio que ir.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators.
Creo que ya sé por dónde
The
es.
last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Ya no sé dónde es. O sea, a ver, sé dónde dice ahora, o de Cressida. Pero, ¿qué iba a decir? Bueno, que sí, que yo me refería a otro sitio. Me refería... Aquí. Pensaba que iba... Como ha dicho algo de montañas altas o algo así. Pensaba que iba a decir por aquí. Pero hay que ir aquí. Ah, en el mismo pueblo, ok. Fonda de Maz. Vale, bueno, viajaré aquí, entonces. No tengo nada por aquí. No. Pues voy a partir. No voy a... Sé que tengo nuevo espacio para más pociones y tal. De momento no voy a comprar. Ya me las encontraré, supongo. Y si no, pues cuando venga algún enfrentamiento que sepa que puede ser más complicado, entonces sí. Espero conseguir otra espada antes de avanzar en la historia. No me gusta. Lo he dicho ya muchas veces. Es que no me gusta. Pero también, como también ya he dicho, no es lo peor. Si fuera como espadas de Dalmekia, sería lo peor. O al menos en camino de lo peor. A ver, primero aquí. Joder, ¿cómo puedo tener sueño ya si acabo de empezar?
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me
Pero
again.
no era lo justo.
Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
Torgal no está conmigo, supongo. Sí. Compañero. Vamos a cazarte la cena. Aunque dudo que te baste con uno solo, pero bueno.
Stay sharp. Don't know when those bastards will be back.
Vale, estaba mirando si el viento influía en la capa o era solo que la capa siempre va hacia la derecha, pero no, es lo mismo. Es dependiendo de la dirección del viento.
Come on.
Ahí, quería cambiarme. Quería ponerme a Titán un rato para usarlo. Y ahora que lo he visto me pongo a Torgal en el menú porque ya he visto que se me habían puesto las opciones otra vez.
Safe.
Un segundo, por favor. Vale. ¿Cuánto da de experiencia un minotauro? Si eso ha sido el total, no es mucho, ¿no? A ver, no porque sea muy minotauro, sino porque es el nivel
It's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
¿De dónde vas, hombre?
Now, will it be enough, I wonder?
Está contento.
I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Vale, ahora... Uy, siempre me equivoco.
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has finally spread to the world.
Did you hear? The gates to Heavenhall in the Eyrie were breached by someone. Or something. The steward was in town.
I want to see you again tonight. But the captain's late with our pay.
It's all right.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and Olive Talc?
Still no caravan from the Dominion's parfumeries yet, then?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Bien, otra vez.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friends' pockets might be.
The St. Drake's Fang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Calm yourself. We don't know for sure. It could have just been a tremor.
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. One of our wealthier patrons has purchased the use of every room, hoping to keep out the riffraff, as he puts it.
Okay.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
Then that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck. It's a wonder the Republic tolerates the existence of the bandit's bed. You would have thought a few dozen good men might put an end to the problem. Then again, what commander would want to march his troop into the Valcroy?
Get it, boy!
Okay.
Let's go. Run like the wind.
Escorpiones. No. Ya.
Thanks, girl. Come on. Faster. Be safe. No holding back.
A ver si tengo algo. Para. Dudo que esté usando ahora puño sísmico, ¿verdad? No. Es que disminuyen el tiempo, a ver, entiendo que pueden mejorar el daño por segundo y tal, pero... No me... negociación primero.
Come on, lads, let's tear the
Okay.
bastard's head off. This one. Nice try. It's over.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Delamil.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school
Esgrima.
of swordsmanship. They believe
No ha dicho
no
esgrima
combat
en
should
inglés.
ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each
¿Por qué ha dicho
sword is
esgrima la
made for that
traducción?
one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow.
¿En
There's
serio?
a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
No, la traducción era adecuada, la de ahora tampoco, pero bueno.
However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel but he is hard at my heels.
Tengo una idea
There are
de quién
many
es.
other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis.
Lo sabía.
Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Vale, vamos a hacer una pausa y vuelvo. Ya estoy. Vale. Pues ya se puede volver a la guarida. ¿Listo para volver, Torgal? Vamos allá. ¿Puedo usar el obelisco? No, no funciona así. Muy bien, no hay problema. A ver. Iba a ir a ver a Gaut primero, pero ya que está al lado de Otto, pues ya lo hago el último.
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest easy now.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Unos cuantos.
You can, eh? They're nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that.
Perdón.
A reasonable conclusion, I thought, but one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Eso está bien. incluso puede volverse más poderoso o adquirir, yo qué sé, mejoras. Debe ser muy chulo. Colmillo de cabal. Supongo que se lo pronunciaréis cabal. No sé cómo. Caball. Colmillo de caball. Hasta para el más poderoso y legendario de los reyes, aun con la ayuda de sus leales caballeros y el favor de los cielos, no fue tarea fácil unificar las antiguas tribus que poblaban Valistea bajo un mismo estandarte. Por suerte, contaba con el apoyo de su can formidable, Cabal. Incrementa un poco el ataque de Torva. Le hace falta porque, bueno, más o menos. La cosa es que las órdenes que le da Clive, o sea, morder, mordisco o la de lanzar por los aires, si no me he fijado mal, hacen bastante menos daño que cualquier ataque normal que él pueda hacer. Es decir, si pega por su cuenta o hace sus lanzamientos desde magia, pega mucho más que lo que yo le puedo decir. O sea, un ataque mío ordenado, mordisco, el lanzar por los aires no sé si hace daño o cuánto. Pero mordisco hace poco, hace yo que sé, 50, 40 y algo, es muy poco. No sirve para nada. La verdad es que el mordisco, a no ser para stunear, aturdir un poco momentáneamente un enemigo, no sirve de mucho. Bueno, no, la verdad es que no le tengo ningún uso al mordisco. Lo uso a veces, pero no le tengo ningún uso. Así que haría falta que ese daño o cambiara o simplemente significa que le tengo que dejar a su aire y usar el lanzar por los aires cuando lo quiera complementar yo. Pero la verdad es que los compañeros en combate están muy bien. A ver, no me fijo en ellos porque estoy peleando por mi cuenta. Pero están súper bien en el hecho de que, por ejemplo, estás luchando contra un jefe, un tío poderoso o alguien, bueno, enfrentándote a alguien fuerte. Y si de repente aparecen una oleada de minions, los compañeros se dejan de apoyarte en atacar a ese jefe y van a entretener a los demás. Está súper bien, se van a bloquear el avance de los otros. Y les van derrotando, O sea, son fuertes los compañeros. Bueno, a ver, porque Chile es una dominante, o sea, faltaría más. Pero se pueden encargar perfectamente. Y está muy chulo la idea. Y si ya la oleada ya empieza con un enemigo fuerte y varios normales, van a por esos. Y te dejan a ti el fuerte y les distraen a los demás. Está súper bien.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword, then?
I did better than that.
Ahí no me he leído la descripción.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valistia.
Pero no sé si vale la pena el filo si es para un solo uso. A no ser que sea un objeto de misión.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valistian steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
Hostia.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it.
Oh,
You come
sí,
and find me
gracias.
when you've got the materials.
All right. I
Sí,
will.
espero tenerlos. Quiero... Oye, ¿es la diamantina? ¿Será esta la espada diamantina? Aunque no sé... Sí, bueno, no sé si la hará de una sola. Ah, la diamantina. Diseño Excalibur. Qué nombre más guay. Plano en el que se detalla el proceso para forjar una espada destinada a gobernar un reino. Cómo mola, una Excalibur, qué guapo. Aunque no es la diamantina, que la diamantina es... Estoy interesado. El diseño de Excalibur. La leche, qué guay. A verlo. A ver qué materiales necesita.
Back, are ya? So, will it be?
Fulmecia. Es morada. Tengo todos los materiales. Alma de Gom, Girocane, piedra de Grimalkin. ¿De dónde he sacado yo la piedra esa? Me sube bastante. Ah, sí, el Crandall debe ser el Rey Arturo, ¿no? O algo así. Ah, pero no tienes la diamantina, que también la quiero. Aunque ya no sea tan buena como Excalibur, 268, 268. Diamantina superior. Sí, quedaría justo por debajo. Qué lástima, porque ya no me sirve de nada fabricarla. Pero quiero la espada diamantina. Igualmente. Ultiolítica. Es que, la ultiolítica se queda muy por debajo, Hueso de dragón blanco. Bastarda. Excalibur.
Should last you a good while.
Eso espero. Cojín sedoso mejorado. No. Hueso de dragón blanco. ¿Y dónde saco yo el hueso de dragón blanco? La diamantina la quiero. Excalibur, no está mal. Es chula, es chula. Pero me gustaría poderla ver de cerca. En plan, en un menú poder observar el objeto, básicamente. Vaya por Dios. No sé si es la flor de lis, creo que se llama. Pero está chula. Está chula. Vale, ahora toca hablar con Gaut. Voy a comprar la tienda un segundo. Que a ver, no tiene material nuevo, pero... Mira qué feliz está ahora.
And what can I do for you? If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
No.
Is that all?
Es curioso porque yo... A ver, a lo mejor me la he pasado, ¿sabes? A lo mejor me la he perdido en algún sitio la diamantina. Pero si se supone que tiene que aparecer más tarde, ya no me sirve de nada.
Impressive, isn't it? I can't wait to see how the rest of the vessel looks.
Es decir, a lo mejor he hecho algo en un orden que no era el que se pretendía. Es lo que digo, me he perdido algo, pero no, a ver, me extraña. La cosa es que ahora ya la diamantina ya no me sirve. Pero la quiero igualmente.
The Enterprise will have 4 mithril engines, each needing its own displacement stack. So just 3 more like this, and we'll be finished.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship. Let's sail it round the lake.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back, son.
Perdón por cortarte. La voluntad de los cielos. La diosa Gregora nos enseña que la virtud reside en ayudar al débil. Guiado por este principio, jamás osaría calificaros de infame. Que su gracia divina os acompañe en vuestra empresa. Fiel siervo gregorano. Medalla de prior.
All yours.
O prior.
Come again. I may have more.
A ver.
Oh, yeah. Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Dijo que era una chimenea de decoración épica.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
De acuerdo. Mola ahora que presuma de ser un príncipe.
How'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind.
Como sea, Byron.
Do you even know her? A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
No sé si se refiere a ella misma. He leído más el texto que he escuchado y tal vez debería haber escuchado más que haber leído.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to Oh, forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we sat up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post out of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have?
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown.
Qué gusto verle de nuevo.
And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Copa de Cid. No me digas que soy un mal anfitrión. Según Otto, Cid nunca lavó esta copa a pesar de que la usaba cada día para beber vino o cerveza. Vale, toca hablar con Otto.
All right, Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
¿Dónde voy a buscarla?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Toes
Ajá.
held?
Ah, eso lo pensaba que era Mid.
Obeleth, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obeleth.
Don't mention it.
Tendría que haber hablado con Otto de esto antes de hacer lo otro.
What tidings, uncle?
Por el ritmo, pero bueno. Una humilde petición, hijo mío. Me alegra comunicarte que mi expedición a Camber ha sido todo un éxito. El amigo que te comenté no solo ha accedido a financiar nuestras actividades, sino también a relatarme toda clase de sucesos que acontecen en las ciudades libres, a partir de los cuales he conocido a una amiga tuya. Aunque admiro el ingenio y arrojo de la señorita Telamón para embarcarse en la construcción del Enterprise, dudo que las autoridades de Camber vean con buenos ojos el uso no autorizado de sus astilleros. Por si fuera poco, los maestros de los gremios de mercaderes no tardarían en entrometerse en el proyecto. Es por ello que te escribo esta misiva. Me gustaría contar con la ayuda de tu joven espía Gav durante 1 o 2 lunas para que vigile a cualquiera que intente meter las narices donde no debe y nos avise de posibles ataques. Sé que no quieres prescindir de él, pero no te lo pediría si no fuese necesario. Espero tu respuesta. Tu tío Bayron.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Y para eso tenemos el gran Gap.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
A ver si puedo ir a algún... No, no puedo volver. Vale. Entonces, hacia la vieja guarida.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these.
So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you. but we'd do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
De nuevo juntos. In.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protégé's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Tengo una carta y tengo clases de Vivian. Así que me voy a pasar por aquí un segundo. La verdad es que no sé si tengo mucho rato más hoy, porque no sé si me tengo que ir o no. Hey, chill.
We need to find a way into Drake's tail. And we will. Together this time.
Por supuesto.
Tomes helped to build. Yeah. He said it was some...
De las habilidades de la Mu, ¿cuál hace más daño? Esta, 3 estrellas. Ambas hacen igual. Bueno, se supone. A ver, el número seguramente exactamente igual no.
Told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship. Let's sail it around the lake.
Me voy a volver a poner de momento a la Mu. Y... me cambié esto hacia... Lo que me gustaría cambiar de garras fulminias es que tal vez que hagan más ímpetu. Saquen más la vulnerabilidad como con algo carmesí. Pero bueno, esperamos. 15, 9% y las de la MU 10, 9. Y la onda térmica la usaré menos porque no hace el máximo daño hasta que no estoy devolviendo una imagen, un proyectil mágico. Me lo voy a poner en tormenta porque lo puedo usar cuando esté vulnerable. Aunque me gusta mejorar la onda térmica. Ok.
It was good of you to help Mid. And it made a nice change for me as well. There's only so many boils a girl can lance before she gets sick of it.
Vale, a ver, hablar con Vivian. Luego a leer la carta o las cartas.
In case you've forgotten, Twinside's under siege. So don't be surprised if they're picky about who they
Están bajo asedio, pero no se habían retirado. Tenía entendido que se habían retirado los de la República.
Here for another of my lectures. Allow me to educate you.
A ver, personajes que cambió ahí. Visita la tumba, Vale, viajan juntos, lo visitan. Vale, ningún otro cambio.
One must understand one's place in the world.
Es que... No sé si yo iría por el de Walut. La columna. Solamente es el más fortificado ahora mismo. Aquí estaba el ojo del dragón. ¿Hay alguno más? No había ninguno más en las gemelas, ¿verdad? No.
The state of the realm is ever changing, Clive.
Si se han decidido a ir al dominio cristalino, al dominio cristalino. No parece que lo hayan decidido con un motivo o ventaja táctica.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
No. Where Mid gets her ideas.
Ah, sí, es que se me olvidaba que iba a hacer. Una. Sobre lo del otro día. Mira, quiero que... es de Otto. Mira, quiero que sepas que no he derramado una lágrima ni siquiera delante de mi madre. Y no pienso volver a hacerlo nunca más. Así que, si a vuestra merced le parece bien, nos olvidamos del tema y chitón. El Cid a quien juré seguir ya no está entre nosotros. Y por mucho que le rece a Gregora, el fundador, a Gilbert o a la madre que los parió todos, no me lo van a devolver. Sin embargo, sus ideales siguen vivos en ti y en todos los miembros de la guarida. Mientras así sea, aquí me tendrás para apoyarte. Cuenta conmigo. Otro. Vale. Ahora sí. Y no voy al al embarcadero porque se supone que ya desde la antigua guarida han partido hacia la garganta del Lenny. No sé si Jill se ha puesto ese lino negro que le dio Clive. Es que no sé exactamente qué objeto, qué
How are you
pieza de
feeling?
ropa era.
Better. Thanks to Talia.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Buen chico. Cuida bien de Jill siempre.
Good girl. Run like the wind. This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
You'll be doing Boklad a favor if you can clear out that pass. Why, I dare say...
I'm not sure I trust those two.
Yeah.
But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
Siempre calculo mal. Bueno, me precipito con estos ataques. Mira, se han ocupado de los refuerzos. Ellos solos. No sé cuántos eran, pero lo han hecho.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Don't feel good, boy.
¿Qué menú tengo puesto? Anda, el de Torgal. Voy a dar una vuelta. Ah, no, no puedo. Solo que sí.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here.
No suenan muy de fiar, la verdad.
It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother.
Ya, no me fío
What
de
if we
un
want
pelo.
his help again next time?
¿Y ya está? No suenan de fiar ni de coña.
Look at them all. Thought the bastards would have eaten the lot by now.
We won't be going hungry, that's for sure. You've had your reward and you're not getting any more. Now piss off.
Ya, no son de fiar. Pero si no puedo hacer nada.
Fly, Ambrosia.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side.
Straight home now.
Nice try. You're finished.
Get it, boy.
Anda, qué guapo. Este será el... Sí, este tiene que ser no quiero decir agujero.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever in those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
Then we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Joshua está cerca. ¿Qué pasa de sitio?
I see the reports are true, Father.
Han recreado el palacio tal y como era en el Palacio Imperial, menos por dentro. Por cómo está... A ver cómo se comporta Silvestre. Porque ahora pienso que a lo mejor le ha pasado algo por el hecho de que le dé el supuesto a Olivier. Pero solo fijándome en cómo está ahora desde aquí. Esto es lejos, así que no le veo la expresión de la cara y no lo he visto comportarse. Pero parece que es por un motivo. Está haciendo por algún motivo, evidentemente, pero quiero decir... Tiene como un plan.
You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh.
Otro recipiente. Al igual que quieren hacer con Clive, Olivier quieren usarlo como otro recipiente, tal vez. Ese dios, especie de dios que había en el mural en la Sacra Cámara. ¿Cómo lo dice? Lo dice como si realmente fuera a haber un dios. No lo hagas.
Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Si vais a por... No sé, pero ir a por la República de Namekia vale que está más débil, pero que... Como no se preparen contra Walut, que ha sido la nación menos tocada, digo yo, y el que tenía el ejército más grande. Y además acaban de reclutar a los orcos. Pues, me da la impresión de que pueden llegar aquí y tomarlo todo. Pero bueno, no.
Father, I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring.
Oiga, pues si puede hablar.
I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast. Thanks, girl.
¿Es cosa mía o con cada golpe consecutivo se me baja el daño? Llevan varias veces que me da esa impresión. Ah, nunca me miré los combos. ¿Cómo se hacía? Mm. Ni idea.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
Pensé que se podría ver. A ver, se supone que Twinside está en esa dirección, ¿no? Ah, bueno, me pone... ¿What? Bueno, no, a ver, estoy mucho más abajo. Estoy aquí. Dominio... supongo que yo... Tal vez desde la ciudad. A la Boklat, a la que vamos. Tal vez desde allí. Pensaba que... Claro, como lo veía de esta manera en el mapa, pensaba que literalmente era un agujero muy profundo, pero veo que simplemente es... Bueno, hay agua. Pero sería interesante que tuviera un papel. Y ese de allí es Cenicia, ¿no?
Straight home now.
All right. Headed over to the Crystalline Dominion too, are you? There's good gil to be made there, believe you me. Yeah. The minute I heard them bandits had blown up Drake's Fang, I packed up me store and pulled me boots on. And so did you, eh? I did have a plan to make me fortune with some baths down by the Dalamil Inn. How can anybody sit back and relax in a land that ain't got a whiff of the crystal's blessing no more? And that's when it hit me. If you're looking for lucre, the Dominion's the place to be. Soon enough, half a storm will be headed there. If I can get in first and set up shop, I'll have a license to mint gil. The guildmasters of Canver will be beggars by comparison. I'll be famous in all four corners of Storm soon enough, and I'll have a fortune that'll make me ma and pa proud.
Este es con el que Clive se encontró al lado de las aguas termales. Suelto otra historia de cómo iba a hacer un gran negocio allí.
Faster!
Si veis, hace muy poco daño. Me quedan bastante experiencia. Bueno, voy a ver qué hay en Mekis. A ver, no debería haber nada, pero... espada antigua. Mola. La notable ausencia de espadas de la era Empiria en las ruinas de hoy día sugiere que la suya fue una civilización donde reinó la paz o donde la máxima autoridad era incuestionable. Las pocas armas que se han encontrado destacan por su asombrosa ligereza y por ser casi indestructibles. Por desgracia, las técnicas de forja actuales no permiten fabricar una hoja de tal calibre. No lo detecto. Parece un campamento abandonado. Sí, supongo.
Ready, go? Yeah!
Mother, I'm thirsty.
More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing. That'll do, girl.
Auckland. Finally.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going. The crystalline dominion is our only chance.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Porter for hire. The best service at the best price. Others will carry off your fortune. I'll just carry Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
And nasty.
What are you looking for? You've a discerning eye. You're welcome anytime.
Out of my sight, wretch. I've no use for a branded who can't even fill my cup.
Peaches and pears, meats and beans.
wonders from across the water. Come one, come all, feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go in and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
No debería ser difícil de encontrar.
Come, taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
Ah, ahí está.
I'll take the large one.
An excellent choice, my lord.
Ah, Good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Good. Just tell us what happened.
It's me trader's pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bocklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff.
Tiene un perfil muy bonito, Jill.
We'll meet you there.
De ambos lados. Sí, ambos lados.
Go to the Crimson Caravans
sobre todo este.
and ask for the owner. It's the place with the red chocobo on the sign. Big red chocobo.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
First, without a crystal.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint. Show them your trader's pass. On your way.
If you're looking for the Crimson Caravans, head out of the canyon and take the first road to your right. But if it's a bowl you're after...
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you.
So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes, and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
Una insignia.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Muy bien, ahora prepara los ladrones. Ok. Tienda de muebles. Bueno, no la tengo que buscar y me sale marcado.
Out of my sight, wretch! I've no use for a brandy. You can't even...
Jug of snake spit for the road? It'll keep you warm.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst without a crisp.
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different there.
Fish for sale! Fresh salted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know then.
Slava
For
bude
one,
Tarsha.
this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
There.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Ah, no es una niña.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them. Excuse me.
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Come on, come all!
Peaches and pears, meats and beans.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
That's that then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing.
The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit! We're in trouble now! What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Call themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hunter.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the Cast Stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gill and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the Stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Ya está, misión cumplida. Ya no hay banda de los guijarros. Solo hay que saber dónde están.
I'm sorry.
Where is it?
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the cast stones and we
Vale, no
crush them.
sabes dónde están.
You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
Tengo una corazonada, entre comillas,
right then.
dónde están.
Honza, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leighton's Cleft.
To Leighton's Cleft, then.
Leighton's Cleft.
Vale, al revés. Ah. ¿Por aquí? Bueno, yo creo que estarán aquí.
To the south, past the camp.
Better not have scared any of my birds.
That's that then. No trader's path.
Daddy!
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going. Fly, Ambrosia.
Ah, bueno, estáis aquí en medio. Ok. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Veis a un tío y le atacáis?
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own. I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
Pues no están por ahí. Un poco cutre la presentación de estos tíos.
Wolford soldiers.
Fewer now.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
That guard from Boklat. Kill him. Kill them all.
Eso ha sido suerte completamente. Au. Voy a tener que dejarlo ya.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Vale, pues aquí lo dejo, que se me ha agotado el tiempo. Pero en la próxima supongo que ya entrarán en el dominio cristalino. Y la cosa se pondrá seria. Así que, hasta entonces...